How are we doing, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin. I've got another review show for you, and we are going to be discussing these new CD, DVD sets from the almighty Obituary. As you're probably aware, during the lockdowns, a lot of bands resorted to doing stream shows, and I think Obituary nailed it on the head, really. Them and probably Seven Dust. A lot of the bands started doing the whole album, performing in the entirety thing. I know Down did Nola. I think Seven Dust got up to their 5th album in the end, didn't they? But anyway, I digress. This is Slowly We Rot, Live and Rotting, and Cause of Death, Live Infection. So this is the first two streams where, obviously, Slowly We Rot is performed in its entirety, and then Cause of Death, the same thing. You've got some bonus tracks as well at the end. So yeah, I've not listened to the CDs yet, but I'm sure they sound fine. But I sat and watched DVDs back to back, and so your main thing is the album in full, and then you go on to the bonus section, and then you got a few tracks. So on Slowly We Rot, you get Redneck Stomp, Dethroned Emperor, and A Dying World. That's actually as a rehearsal. And then on Cause of Death, you get Straight to Hell, Threatening Skies, By the Light, and I'm in Pain. And that's like an encore to the show. Both are really well filmed. They've got like full production, lighting, they've got backdrops, and it's filmed, it's set up like a proper gig. And I dare say, as far as Obituary shows go, I mean, the times I've seen Obituary, they've always been part of like a package. So I saw them at Kentish Town Forum. I think that was with, who headlined that? Yeah, I think Napalm Death. It was Napalm Death, Obituary. I think Carcass might have headlined it. I can't remember now. And then I saw him again opening for Slayer. So I've seen them around as part of like a package tour where they weren't the headline. I've never actually been to a headline show, or have I? But even if I had, it's basically just them. Like especially on Cause of Death, you've got one on one side, and you've got the bottom bit of the artwork. Have you got the full? You know the artwork anyway by Cause of Death by now. But the artwork's like under the drum riser and then up against the things, and all different flashing lights come up. It's really cool, good production stuff. Yeah, it's really well edited, really well filmed, and it sounds awesome. And the whole playing the album in full thing divides opinion. I really like it. I see nothing wrong with it. I think it's a testament to how well an album stands up if every song can be played live. I think a lot of good songs fall by the wayside, so it's a good chance to get them out and played. You know, sometimes a band does an album in full where some of these songs have never been played before. I'm a fan of it. I don't see what harm it does. And yeah, so let me start again. Right, so I actually bought tickets to the original streams and didn't watch any of them. It was either I was on nights or something came up, and when you got this, you got your tickets. You could either buy an individual one or the bundle for all three. Of course, you're going to do that. I think it was one on a Saturday, one on the next Saturday, and then 2 weeks later there was the last one. So you had Slowly We Rot, Cause of Death, and then the third one was Rare Classics and Special Tracks. And yeah, you got a password to the website that you logged into, and I think you had like 3 or 4 months to watch it. So if you couldn't watch it live, didn't matter. You could just sign in and watch it. And even that expired. I never got round to watching them. So that whole watching a stream thing, I ended up watching Down's one on YouTube. I didn't watch that live. In fact, the only live stream show that I've ever paid for and actually watched was last year with Death, with Symbolic did a set with a load of ex-members, and then you had Terry Butler and James Murphy and Matt from Exhumed and Gruesome and Gus Rios on drums, and they did Spiritual Healing in full. That's the only one I've actually watched. So I never jumped on that thing because I thought, well, I've already bought one and I've not even watched it. So yeah, it was nice to finally actually watch them. And it was cool to have as a little thing anyway. I mean, like I say, I like it. I'm a sucker for Obituary anyway. Obituary are one of my favourite bands, in all fairness, and I remember reviewing a live album they put out recently, and I'd come to the conclusion that Obituary were one of my favourite bands whilst writing that review. They were one of the bands I discovered quite early, and they're one of the bands that I've always liked, and from Frozen in Time onwards, I've always bought their album on release day and always enjoyed it. I've maintained an interest, and they're one of those bands that even at their worst album I still really like. So yeah, it was nice to visit these two albums. Good to see them done live. Yeah, a great package all round. Whether you're an Obituary fan, I think if you are an Obituary fan, these are pretty essential. And if you did buy the stream and you watched it, then what a great little way to, have a souvenir of that. So yeah, essential. Get them. They're awesome. Hopefully, because you did that was the original. That was the first one. And then there was part 2, where they did like a classic set. And then the second one, they did the Ends Complete in full. So, I mean, hopefully the other streams come out as well. I mean, hopefully, most essentially, the End Complete being done in full. I can't see why they wouldn't do that. And for this rare set and the classic set, well, it's not essential, but wouldn't do any harm either. So yeah, this is, and I've got this recently as well. The Obituary biography. Nice hardback book, packed with, yeah, looks like that goes back into the olden days. But you got a photo on every other page as well, so it's a good little. Oh my god, I didn't see that. Look at that, John Tardy. Back in the day, Rob Halfon out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this, and this is kind of whet my appetite to do it. And I know I always say it, but I am intending on doing a Let's Talk About video, going through Obituary's back catalogue. And this has kind of jogged me to do it, in all fairness. So yeah, I'm really happy with these. I've got one small peeve, and sorry to be a knob, but it's on my mind, so I'm going to say it. At the end of the Slowly We Rot set, yeah, every so often as well, some graphics or some cool stuff comes up in between songs, which is cool. And at the end of this set, a photo of, what's his name? The frontman of Power Trip, Blake. Oh, forgive me, I don't know the guy's name. I was never that big a fan, actually. I never bought any of their albums. I really don't mean to be disrespectful. He's no longer with us. Power Trip. I want to say his name's Blake. Sorry. But yeah, there's a tribute to him. Like a photo of him comes up, dedicated to him. Rest in peace. Lovely. That's fine. And then halfway through Cause of Pain, as you know, there's a Celtic Frost cover of Cycle of Tyrants, and yeah, comes up. Rest in peace. Like photos. Rest in peace, Martin Ain from Celtic Frost. Again, lovely. Nothing wrong with that. Gets to the end, I'm thinking, where's the tribute for Frank Watkins? Like, what happened there? Now, If I'm wrong, please drop a comment below and let me know where it is. But I had a couple of beers, and once or twice I did go to the kitchen and whatnot, so I very well may have missed it. But I did actually jog through it, and I couldn't see it. What, like, you pay tribute to a friend of the band, and you've paid tribute to someone that you've covered their song. Why didn't they pay tribute to one of their members? Like, Frank Watkins played on 6 of their albums, and was in them, I don't know how many years. I know he didn't play on Slowly We Rock, but I think he joined not long after the album was released. I think he did the touring or promotion to promote that. Yeah, and then he left, 2010? Easily, yeah, about 6 albums he did, 7 maybe. Yeah, what's that all about? And like I say, if I'm wrong, I'll eat me words and say in the comments where it is, because I'd like to see it. But that small peep aside, these are essential. Definitely get them. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this. And in the near future, I will be doing an obituary Let's Talk About, where I go through the entire catalogue. I'll be looking forward to doing that. So, as ever, thanks for watching. More reviews to come soon. The new Megadeth and the new King's X turned up in the post today, so I'll be listening to them tomorrow. I've got a pretty long drive to do. I've got Inhuman Condition, new album to do next, as well as a load of other stuff. So I'm back in the rhythm now, folks. So thanks for watching as always. If this is your first video, welcome aboard. If you've got this far, do us a favour and just give us one of them, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you feel like doing it. I don't like to tell you these things, but apparently if you don't, you won't. So anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.